when we talk about fertilizers, the first thing that people think of is chemical fertilizers. That chemical fertilizers being used randomly pollutes the soil, it is detrimental to health. And chemical fertilizers have been used around the world. India has been using it for 60, 65 years to enhance crop production. Now, what measures are being taken, and I'm sure IFCO is leading in this, on how we move from chemical fertilizers to fertilizers which do not harm the soil health?
Well, you're absolutely right. When there was a necessity that India needed chemical fertilizers, we became the biggest producer of chemical fertilizers even today. But when we realize that India is now misusing fertilizer, because then it has become a political issue too. Oh, you cannot raise price of urea, you cannot raise price of this. But raising price is a different thing. How do you make a soil balance? When we realize the soils are getting depleted, most of you may not know that urea is the most dangerous fertilizer. Urea mines everything from the soil. It mines the micronutrients, it mines the power of the soil. It's a very, very dangerous, and it creates maximum amount of NOx, which is 270 times more dangerous than carbon dioxide.
Okay.
So when we realized about 14 years back that we are getting into a situation where government doesn't want, is not able to change the system of providing chemical fertilizer in the manner that it should create a balance in fertilizer. Of
No,
course.
but before that, let me get to this. Weren't we importing urea?
Yeah, United States is importing urea.
We were
but I'm coming on that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to tell you history-wise.
Okay.
So IFCO started the program of Save the Soil campaign. In non-Hindi speaking areas and Hindi speaking area, Bhoom Bachao Abhiyan.
Ji.
We started the program of educating farmers that you are unnecessarily using these fertilizer and you are destroying your soil. Because every year only increasing the use of chemical fertilizer. So basically you are creating out of chemicals the
And
product.
while for decades the message was that use fertilizers, now it was that don't randomly use.
No, I'm telling you that we started doing is that not only randomly use it only what is needed. And what is needed is that you must provide carbon to the soil through your own crop manure. You can produce your own manure. Use that manure to have the carbon.
Okay.
You have lost germs into the soil, so provide those microorganisms.
For rejuvenation of the
Yes,
soil.
and provide the green manure. All that thing we started telling the farmer, but then it is simpler to use fertilizer. You just spread it. So people get used to it. Then we started looking at government, we started pleading to the government that you should have some kind of control on change the system of subsidy. That means instead of giving a subsidy, unlimited subsidy, fix the subsidy and let the price be fluctuated.
Subsidy for chemical fertilizer. Okay.
So instead of saying just avoid it, I said, okay, first step, we started saying that first step is at least you fix that this much the subsidy I will give and rest can be floating price.
So you de-incentivize the use of chemical fertilizer.
So government definitely did it for urea, so for P and K, but did not do for urea.
Kyun?
Because that time the thinking of the government was that urea is a poor man's fertilizer, and they started comparing it with the kerosene. But anyway, that's the past.
Wait, what time period are we talking about?
I'm talking of something like UPS time.
Okay.
Say it before
Achha,
2000.
that's not too
That's not for, but 2010 exactly.
But scientific information आपको पहले पता था, कब पता लगा कि यूरिया जो है, जो indiscriminate use है, it's harming?
देखिए around 2000
तब पता लग गया था.
ये क्लियर होने लगा था कि you are increasing you see, at one time 1 kilogram of urea, your fertilizer was producing 17 kilogram of protein.
Huh.
Then it came down to about 8, about 2000. Today we are less than 5.
Okay.
Today this is a ratio of fertilizer vis-a-vis what you get in the food grade.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.